Now, I've heard a lot of bizarre things about the Raimi trilogy throughout my fandom, but today's topic is probably the most bizarre thing I've heard since Aunt May was casted as Carnage in Spider-Man 3 according to IMDb. So what's been shared on Reddit originally comes from the wiki article for Mr. Ditkovitch on the Spider-Man films fandom, and we all know Mr. Ditkovitch. He's one of the funniest original characters from the trilogy and wants nothing more in life than his rent. And upon first glance, this wiki article is pretty basic as far as Mr. Ditkovitch information gets, but what's interesting is the trivia section of this article, and let's take a look. Mr. Ditkovitch's name is a reference of Marvel Comics artist Steve Ditko, the co-creator of Spider-Man. Alright, that's pretty interesting, something that I knew of, but maybe others are just now realizing that. Mr. Ditkovitch's line, "If promises were crackers, my daughter would be fat," was originally, "If promises were crackers, I'd be fat." That's cool, but then again, it's nothing too crazy other than a slight change in dialogue, and upon recording this, I did attempt to say it like Mr. Ditkovitch does, but that was not working out at all for me. And finally, in the unmade Spider-Man 4 film, Ditkovitch was going to be revealed as a retired Kraven the Hunter. What? Now, I can't find any information to how valid this is. Wikis are places where anyone can post anything, but this has to be one of the craziest things I've ever heard about the Raimi franchise. So we're meant to believe this because both Kraven the Hunter and Mr. Ditkovitch are Eastern European characters, which I guess makes sense, but then again, you're just basing that off of the way they speak. And apparently the line, "I have ears like a cat and eyes like a rodent," is supposed to be a hint towards him being Kraven, but I can't take that too seriously, to be honest. Kraven is one of the best Spider-Man characters who has one of the best stories in all of Spider-Man comics, and I really don't get what making him Peter's landlord in these films would do other than be an Easter egg for the fans. And this would once again be another villain throughout the franchise that has some connection to Peter Parker, and each of the villains that were connected to Peter had a great impact on Peter's life. Norman Osborn was a father figure, Octavius was someone that Peter admired, Sandman taught Peter forgiveness, and Eddie Brock was basically the reverse Peter Parker. So what impact would Mr. Ditkovitch have on Peter's life as a villain? Pay your fucking rent on time? Honestly, this is one of the funniest things I've ever read about the films, and this is basically the Dark Jar Jar equivalent of the Raimi franchise. So I'll relax and let me know what you guys think. Do you think Mr. Ditkovitch is Kraven the Hunter, or do you think this is a load of shit? And as always, thanks for watching. Be sure to subscribe, follow my social medias, and I will see you guys again in my next video.